Right now your body might be inflamed. Not the kind you can see, no redness, no swelling, a quiet fire burning slowly inside. Most people don't even know it's happening. This kind of inflammation is not now known to be one of the biggest drivers behind cancer. And what you eat every single day either feeds the fire or puts it out. I'm Reena Jain, cancer nutritionist. This one video will change how you look at your plate. What is chronic inflammation? When you cut your finger, your body sends inflammation to heal it. That's normal. That's healthy. It goes away once it's done its job. Chronic inflammation is different. It's your immune system staying switched on all the time with nothing to actually fight. Your body stays on alert, realizing inflammatory signals non-stop. And over time, this creates the exact environment where cancer can start and grow. Research from NIH is clear on this. Chronic inflammation plays a role at every stage of cancer. How it starts, how it grows, how it spreads, and even how well it responds to treatment. At least 20% of breast and colorectal cancer are directly linked to chronic inflammation. And most researchers believe that number is actually higher. How inflammation actually causes cancer? Let me break down the mechanism simply. Chronic inflammation creates free radicals. Free radicals damage your DNA. DNA damage leads to mutation, and mutation over time can turn into cancer inflammation and also switches on something called NF-κB. Think of it as a master control switch. It helps cancer cells grow, stop from dying naturally, and even helps tumors build their own blood supply. At the same time, inflammation weakens the immune cells whose job is to find and destroy cancer cells early. So chronic inflammation is not just a risk factor sitting quietly in the background. It's actively working against your body's own defense system. What actually causes chronic inflammation? This is where your food comes in directly. A diet high in refined carbs, saturated fat, ultra-processed food, and excess sugar consistently raises inflammation markers in your blood. CRP, IL-6, TNF-alpha. These are measurable, and research shows a direct link between more inflammatory diet and higher cancer risk. It's not just food though. Excess body fat, alcohol, smoking, chronic stress, poor sleep, and healthy gut all adds fuel to this fire. Most people are doing 3 or 4 of this at the same time, and then they wonder why they feel unwell, tired, foggy, long before any diagnosis ever shows up. How your diet can actually control inflammation. Now here is the hopeful part, and it's genuinely hopeful because diet is one of the most powerful tools you have to control inflammation, and the research backing this is strong. Omega-3 fats, flax seeds, walnuts, chia seeds directly reduce the compounds that drive inflammation in your body. They calm down NF-κB and lower the inflammation markers linked to cancer. Turmeric with black pepper. Curcumin blocks NF-κB directly. This is one of the most consistent findings across hundreds of published studies. But it only works well with black pepper. Without it, your body barely absorbs it. Cruciferous vegetables, cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, contains a compound called sulforaphane, which has proven anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer effects. Fiber from whole grains and lentils feeds your good gut bacteria, which then produce compounds that calm inflammation in your gut and throughout your body. Refined carbs and excess sugar do the opposite. They switch on the same NF-κB pathway, spike inflammatory markers, and create exactly the environment cancer needs to grow. Moving from an inflammatory diet to an anti-inflammatory one shows up in your blood work, your gut health, and over time in your actual disease risk. What you can do with this today? You don't need to change your entire life this week. But once you understand that every single meal either lowers or raises notice your inflammation, you start looking at food differently. A bowl of lentils with turmeric and black pepper, a side of cauliflower, a handful of walnuts. These are not just healthy choices. They are active research-backed tools against chronic inflammation. Refined flour, packet snacks, sugar, everyday reused cooking oil. These are not just unhealthy habits. They are actively building the environment where cancer can begin. This is not about restriction. It's about intention. So every meal is a choice you are making either for your body or against it. Foods people think are healthy but are actually feeding inflammation. Before we close, let me bust few myths because some of the worst offenders are hiding in plain sight. Wearing a healthy label, cold pressed fruit juices. People think it's clean eating. In reality, it's concentrated sugar with fibers stripped out and it spikes your blood sugar just like a soft drink does. Multigrain biscuit and breakfast cereals marketed as healthy. Read the label. Most are refined flour with a small percentage of whole grain plus added sugar to make them taste good. Flavored yogurt and healthy drinks often loaded with added sugar per serving, sometimes more than a dessert. Roasted or bagged packaged snacks, still ultra processed, still capable of spiking the same inflammatory markers as fried snacks. The pattern here: packaging and marketing don't reduce inflammation, ingredients do. So always check what's actually inside, not what's in the front of pack promises you. A case from my own practice. So let me share something from my own clinical experience without any identifying details, just the pattern, because I see this often. So a patient came to me post-treatment, exhausted, dealing with constant bloating and inflammatory markers on the higher side in her blood work. Her diet looked healthy on paper. She was eating packaged protein bars, flavored yogurt and a multigrain biscuit daily, thinking she was doing everything right. We did not overhaul everything overnight. We made targeted changes. Swapped packaged snacks for walnuts and soaked seeds, added turmeric with black pepper daily, and brought in more lentils and cruciferous vegetables and cut down on the hidden sugar in her healthy choices. Over the following months, her energy improved, her digestion settled, and her follow-up inflammatory markers showed a meaningful drop. This is not a cure claim. I want to be very clear about that. But it shows exactly what the research says. Diet genuinely, measurably shifts your inflammatory state. This is why I always say, read your labels, not just healthy app. Chronic inflammation is silent, but it's not invisible. It shows up in your energy, your digestion, your skin, your mood, and eventually in your long-term health. The good news: your plate is one of the most powerful places you can change it. What's one inflammatory habit you know you are holding on to right now? Tell me honestly in the comments. No judgment. I will respond to you myself.